Welcome back to Sailing Sea Dream of Clyde. After a week of incredible sailing down the desolate coastline south from Loreto, we found ourselves in the busy anchorage in front of the city of La Paz. The resources available to boaters here make this an excellent place to stop, so we prepared to head into town to reprovision and take care of some boat chores.
Good morning, in La Paz here. We are just getting ready for our town day, first of two, and so we're grabbing our laundry. I'm about to dump all our water jugs into the water tanks, and so that we can ferry water back and forth from Maria La Paz. So yeah, it's a busy little spot here, lots of pangas and tour boats going by at high speeds. Here comes one right now. It's definitely not a no-wake zone here in the channels, and they just rage around. It is what it is, but after dark it gets really quiet. There's nothing really going by other than a water taxi that slowly goes by and doesn't put any wake up. So that's what we're doing.
La Paz is a very fun and walkable city, with many restaurants and shops a short distance from the harbor. Marina de La Paz has secured dinghy moorage available for a small fee, which includes access to clean drinking water.
So apparently Sears still exists in Mexico.
Who knew?
We found a good fish taco place here in La Paz that we had not found last time.
Yum.
The sidewalks in La Paz are pretty standard, what we've seen in Mexico. A little bit haphazard. You gotta watch where you're going for sure.
Whoa, watch out!
Ah! Well. Perfect. We have seen turtles on this trip, but most of the time we've seen them and then they go disappear. But that's the first time we got to kind of see one for a moment or two. That was cool. Just showed up beside the boat.
It was really big, too.
Yeah, a beast.
Old mama.
Yeah. We're having a nice day here in La Paz. We've taken care of some of the groceries, did laundry, hit showers, and now I'm just gonna be doing some video editing. Kat, what are you gonna be doing?
I'm gonna do some hand washing since it's so sunny still and hot, and then probably wash down the boat a little bit by hand, just with a jug, since we chose not to go to a dock, which I'm still very happy about. Save about 60 bucks
Per day.
per day. Yeah, it's great.
So I'm gonna head back to the editing corner here. Right there, the nav station. I think there's probably lots of video editors who use the nav station on their boat as the place to edit now. Stroom.
I'm attempting to make tamales for the first time.
How's it going so far?
So far, so good. We have made a green chili onion filling. We're gonna add some queso to it. And then I just made the dough for the tamales here. We're listening to delicious Mexicana music. And we're just about to assemble them in the corn husks, where they will then be steamed for about 45 minutes and then eaten.
Yum!
Yep.
Kind of soup you making, Kat?
Silverware soup. We don't have a steamer, so I'm making do.
Work?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll work great. Okay, we still have 4 knives left. And our utensils will be really clean.
Nice. Oh yeah, cool. Well, we're just in La Paz still, and we've had a good day where we took care of a bunch of stuff in town, grocery shopping, all that good stuff. Well, this place is definitely not even close to like Cabo in terms of the insanity there. There's a bit of a, you know, party boat scene here, lots of pangas running around. It's been a nice time here in La Paz, but we're looking forward to shifting over to Bahia Falsa tomorrow morning. this harbor, they can close it. The port captain will close it sometimes, even like as little as 20 knots apparently. And the forecast tomorrow shows it coming up to 20 knots. So we're gonna get out of here right at like 7 in the morning, first light, and make sure we don't get locked in here for a couple days because we have guests coming, our friends Keely and Ryan. We don't want to have to spend 2 days stuck here in La Paz while we should be out sailing in the islands. So.
Good morning. It's about 6:20 and Trevor and I are pulling anchor right now and leaving La Paz. We have about a 7-mile run to get to Bahia Falsa, where we will stage ourselves for the day in preparation for picking up our two friends, Keely and Ryan.
So we've enjoyed our time in La Paz, but I've not enjoyed the pangas raging within like 10 feet of the boat sometimes. They seem to use this as a racing mark. So it's gonna be nice to spend the day over in Bahia Falsa and just chill out, take care of some little boat cleaning and projects and get ready for Ryan and Keely. And go swimming too. We can go swimming there. And I'm looking forward to that. Oh, good morning. We're pulling into Bahia Falsa now, and there's quite a few boats. There probably a few that are thinking the same thing as us in terms of getting out of the harbor in case the port captain decides to close it. Likely for the pangas to keep the commercial guys in check, but for us sailboat folk, 20 knots is a nice breeze. So we're up here and we're safe from that now, and it's still fairly easy to access town. Apparently there's some buses and there's also cheap taxis or Uber type things as well. So we're gonna go tuck in here now and be protected from the north.
We made it to Bahia Falsa a couple hours ago, ate some breakfast, and then I fell back asleep and took a little, I don't know, like hour nap, which has been really lovely, and woke up to Trevor acting like a little bit of a groundhog and requesting a little broom. So here's what's going on. There is stuff everywhere in the cockpit, and Trevor,
Over there.
in the lazarette, what are you doing?
Well, I'm pretty excited about this. I was just cleaning this out so that I could access the steering area to grease it. But then I found this hole here. I was like, wow, I don't know why I never noticed this before, but there's like a huge void space under here, so we're just gonna investigate to see what we should do with it, because it's just a bunch of wasted space right now. Yeah, I'm excited.
Here's your broom.
I'm cleaning in here while we're at it.
So it appears like Trevor just found an additional like 3 cubic feet of boat that he didn't know he had.
And we have a huge lazarette on board. Here's all the junk I just pulled out of it, so we can show you what's in here. There's this big space here, and this board comes up, and there's more space under there. So really nice amount of storage on Cedar McClyde everywhere. All right, we shifted our anchorage spot just a little bit so that it's closer for me to swim to shore. So what we're gonna do here, so we don't have to leave the dinghy on shore while we go into town, is I'm going to dinghy Cat in with my towel and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna come back with the dinghy and then drop it off and then swim to shore. And then when we get back here with Ryan and Keely, I'll swim back out, get the dinghy, collect everybody, and come back out here, so we don't have to worry about the dinghy being there, the boat looking unattended, stuff like that. I don't really think it'd be a problem, but better to be safe than sorry around here, because it would really suck to lose our dinghy.
Wow. Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Finicky. All right, well, Trevor dropped me off. I'm on shore waiting for him, and he dinghied back to the boat and has swam across and is actually wading across and walking most of it because it's so shallow.
No dinghy, no problem. One way to do it. There's no bus, so we're in the back of the truck.
I love being in other places where people are just friendly and help you get to where you need to go, and you can ride in the back of cars.
Alright, we're just getting ready to go sailing with our new guests.
Hello!
Keely
Ryan.
and Ryan. And they're here to visit us for a week. Yeah.
We're heading out to Isla Espiritu Santo.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Very
So
excited.
All right, cool.
It's beautiful.
All right, well, let's get sailing then. It's a gorgeous morning here beside the highway, but we want to go to a little more relaxing, quiet place. So let's do that. We're going to sail off the anchor so that we're peaceful and sneaky and getting out of here without anyone noticing. Let's go. Okay, go ahead, Kat. That was supposed to fail. The shallow's right there, yeah.
Getting close?
Yeah.
Spicy?
That was spicy. Heads up, that boom might come across.
Okay.
Well, that was a bit of a high stakes sail off the anchor, and it almost had to bail and to start the engine because we were risking going aground. But luckily we came around and the tack worked out and we sailed on out. So yeah, that was pretty fun and exciting. Got my heart going for sure. But it's good to know how to sail off anchor in case your engine ain't working, even in high stakes scenarios like that.
I wasn't worried for a second.
Nice. Okay, good. Sweet. All right, they got confidence in me. That's great.
We sure do.
All right, we ended up with a nice boat length or two. Okay, it's been super variable winds here. They're like going from like 8 knots to 20 knots and back and forth. We reefed briefly, took it out, and as I speak, there's a gust coming through. So we're just working with it, trying to kind of sail through the gust right now and not bother reefing at the moment. And yeah, really choppy. The current is flowing out in our favor, but making these waves a lot more exaggerated around the pass here. But
Having a great time.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
All good so far.
Sweet.
This sucks. I'm just kidding. Wow. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but it's been like, we'll be sailing at 5 knots and then just stop. Like we're stopping right now.
Right
Yeah,
now.
as we speak here. The wind is being really frustrating, super fluky, and the chop is horrendous right here. So we kicked the engine on, and I was just explaining to Keely and Ryan that like, if you put the key in, sometimes that'll get the wind to come up. If you turn the key, put the glow plugs on, that most certainly will get the wind up. And then if you're crazy, you actually start the engine, the wind's gonna come up. Or if you actually roll the Genoa and then it really comes up, and that's what we have here. We put it in gear, roll the Genoa up, and now the wind has come up quite nicely. So we'll give it a moment to come up and make sure it's real, and then we'll start sailing again. But that's just a classic strategy here.
As much as we tried, we couldn't catch a break with the winds on our way to Isla Espiritu. With the confused sea state and wildly fluctuating breeze challenging stomachs aboard Seadrew McClyde, we opted to power through it to get to the protected waters of Ensenada del Gallo. We left the camera off for the rest of the afternoon as Keely and Ryan settled into life aboard, and we all caught up after not seeing each other for several months.
my birthday.
What you rooting around for?
Graham crackers.
Oh. Why are you getting the graham crackers out?
Because we're gonna make Nanaimo bars. Nice. Like my hair?
I do.
What is this? Cotton buggy.
It's Kat's birthday this morning, and later today as well. And there's a bunch of bugs here, so we're gonna bail to our next little spot, and hopefully the bugs won't be there. And that's the plan. We had breakfast already, and it's gorgeous here, but these bugs are making it not particularly enjoyable. They're not biting, but they're just constantly landing on our faces. It's a little frustrating, so on we go. Well, we didn't notice any bees when we got here, so we didn't do any bee protocol. But there are lots. They also found the bathroom here.
What?
Come open the door.
Oh my gosh!
Go open the bathroom door.
Gnarly!
Did you guys check this out yet?
Along the coast of the Gulf of California, these gentle but very thirsty and persistent bees can be a challenge for boaters, and I'm sure land dwellers as well. While not everywhere, there are some anchorages that are notorious for having the bees swarm if there is any fresh water left out, including damp cloths or sponges. Folks employ a variety of tactics to dissuade the bees from raiding their boats, including giving the bees a fresh bucket of water at the bow of the boat to keep them away from the living quarters. While it was a little shocking to come back to the boat and find it this way, it only took a few minutes to politely usher the bees away.
So while we'd love to hang out here for a little while, the bees are having us get out of here so we can shoo them away. Not the bees!
We gotta go!
Ah! It's the day of insects! Birdie.
What's up?
What are we doing, Keely?
Oh, we're gonna take this sweet little dinghy to the beach, and then we're gonna go on a hike.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Ryan?
Snacks.
This is nice.
Alright, well, let's just run along. Well, maybe let's drag it this way a little ways and we'll touch one of these rocks.
The sand here is really soft and warm.
Very soft.
Very nice.
Well, this is a pretty nice little hike here. It's just up the dry stream bed where only a storm would fill it with water occasionally, but it's really easy going.
Very nice. Trail. It's an arroyo.
Beautiful tree. A fig tree.
For one of the first times in Baja, we've found shade from a tree in the natural world. Though I don't know if the fig trees are natural here. We'll have to look into that. Looks like people have carved their names into the tree, as you should. No, don't do that actually. Timo, nice. Don't do that, Timo.
All blends in really well.
It's weird that the babies don't.
Yeah.
It's the metal style where they
Cute.
girl.
It's my birthday, and we just left this sweet little cove, went on a little hike up to a fig tree, and saw some really cute goats, and just ate some snacks, made some Nanaimo bars. That's my birthday cake. And now we're headed over to the next cove.
Birthday girl!
Look at the Easter Island face up on the ridge there.
Oh yeah.
We anchored in a bay just north of the more popular one here on Isla Partida, and it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful little spot here. We're gonna lose the sun soon, but we get this place to ourselves. There's not gonna be any generators humming on the boats around us like there probably would have been at the other anchorage. There's pelicans chilling and feeding.
Rocks?
Yeah, a lot of cool rocks. Really good spot here. So we're just gonna make some tamales now and keep on celebrating Kat's birthday.
Happy birthday, Kat!
Feliz cumpleaños!
Yeah.
And in German, please.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag.
Gesundheit.
What you doing, Kat?
Making tamales again. Birthday tamales. We made a lot. I don't even know how many. We're going to steam them. That's what I got. That's what I got for you. Oh, I guess I need to keep some forks out so we can eat. Good morning. It is the day before the equinox on this lovely last day of winter. And we woke up to some roly-polies in this adorable little cove, and so we're gonna move over to where the masses are in the bigger cove that splits in between Isla Partita and Isla Espiritu Santos. So it's just like a mile run, so we're not gonna bother putting up the sails, being super chill, and we'll go explore over there.
Yeah, so the forecast was for northerly right now, and we have like southwesterly. So yeah, I believe we'll have better conditions on the other side here, so off we go.
Are you gonna tell viewers what happened last night?
Last night up on the bow of the boat, well, Kat's like, hey, let's go have some quiet time together. She starts telling me about that she usually gets herself a birthday present each year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because I'm an independent woman.
and the previous year she got a mullet was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But then this year she wanted, I don't exactly remember how you phrased it.
I said that I knew that I wanted to get myself something this year, and you're like, oh, what? And I was like, well, I think I need your help with it.
And I was like, how can I help?
And then I pulled out a ring from my pocket.
And she proposed to me. So now we're fiancés and we're gonna get married. We love each other.
You're totally not going to include that.
Maybe.
Know it. That was a pretty cute thing to include.
Yeah. Well, hi there. Trevor Dickinson, Cedar McLeod here. We're about to add water jugs to the water tank, and for some reason I did not think until just the other day about siphoning. I overheard someone mention siphoning water from the jugs to the tank, because we've been like picking them up and pouring and we'd lose a bunch, and it would just be really like tiring and hard in the back, and like losing the water was a big annoyance. I'm losing a liter or two even when we're hauling this water, so now we just do the old school way where we got a bit of hose. Oh, it's just water, so I don't really care if I get it in my mouth. And I sit here and watch it. So for all you young whippersnappers that don't know about siphoning, the low point of the jug just needs to be a little higher than the place you're putting the water into. So in this case, no problem. Water. Siphoning. Alright, we're heading to the beach and the tide is out a ways. I got my tow guy here helping bring us to the beach because it got too shallow for motorboating.
We're catching these waves and maybe.
Yeah. Whee!
We're under the cabana, and it's so nice. I get stung by a stingray, and it hurt really,
really excruciatingly badly. So I've been laying, and I took some antihistamines, and it still hurts.
Doesn't look like much now. The black went away. It's pretty crazy. We were just walking along, and then Cat went, ah! And it bled a lot. And then there was like this black that kind of came from it, like bruised look. Now the bruise kind of seems to have gone away. So, yeah, we've just been chilling here. I went and got the antihistamines. It was a difficult journey back because the sup isn't so good going to windward. But the tide's coming back in, and we're going to use the boat to get back now. We're just getting ready to head off to La Paz now. Just contemplating setting up the anchor. Kind of high stakes here, lee shore, but it's deep right to the shore. And then there's a bit of a shelf over here we gotta watch for, so I'm still debating. We'll see if I do it.
Well, we are just leaving our bay, and we have quite a gusty wind of 1 knot, I think. Yeah. So we're just trolling along. The boom just swung above my head. Yep, enjoying the sunshine. That's all I got.
That's great. That's great.
Trevor?
Hey, yeah, so we are in the doldrums where the wind's flowing out of this bay and around the island and it's doing 180s. Yeah, like just went all the way around the compass. We tried to sail off anchor, didn't capture it on film, but we had to abort mission. We were at risk of going into the shore, so I turned the engine on just for like probably a minute and a half, just enough to swing us around, finish getting the anchor up, and then we turned it off. So it's good, but it's a sad day. It's Kat's last day on board for this season, so yeah, mixed emotions. Feel sad about that, but excited to be sailing in this beautiful place and have all these wonderful memories that we've made all winter time.
Yeah, I'd hold Trevor for about an hour and a half this morning as he cried into my arms. It's very sad, pathetic. I mean, just kidding. But I'm very sad to be leaving. I'm going on to more fun adventures, flying back to Seattle, and then 2 days later I'm flying out of Seattle to Nepal to go guide a trek up to the Everest Base Camp. So I'll be in Nepal for about a month, and in that time Trevor will sail north up the Gulf of California to San Carlos, where he will haul out the boat for the summer, and then we'll drive back with a friend. So we're not going to see each other for probably like a month and a week or two. This is it's hard. It's going to be hard after spending so many days right next to each other's side, but both excited for our own adventures, and I'm sure our summer adventures are going to be just as good. Yeah.
Leaving Isla Partida felt heavy. After 6 months sailing together all the way from the Pacific Northwest to Mexico, there was now less than 24 hours until Kat would step off of Seadrew McClyde for the last time until the fall. We continued nursing the fickle winds that were sporadically finding the sails, but once out of the bay, we were greeted with a spectacular dolphin encounter unlike any we had had in the Gulf of California. While there had been no shortage of dolphins around in the Gulf, once we were out of the Pacific, they seemed shy to engage with the boat, but not today. Much to the delight of everyone aboard, this big group came straight to the bow and played enthusiastically as Seadrew McClyde bounded across the waves. It was a perfect send-off from these beautiful islands, and as we started to sail south, the wind piped up at a perfect angle. We all took turns on the helm, feeling the power of the wind and waves through Seadrew McClyde's wheel. The joy and happiness shared by all aboard was wonderfully visible in the ear-to-ear smiles on everyone's faces. Having Keely and Ryan aboard for this leg of our journey was so sweet. We were so thrilled to have been able to share this time with them, and were honored to have them aboard when Kat asked me to marry her. With the wind still continuing as we approached the narrow winding channel into La Paz, we pressed on under sail where most folks would rightfully decide to drop theirs. For Kat and I, sailing in these high-stakes situations feels easy. Often without needing to share words, we know what one another are thinking, and what we both need to do as a team. Through all the adventures we had already shared, we had learned how we both operate under stress and how we can support each other through it. We always raise each other up and have learned how to love and support each other in such beautiful ways. While the sailing journey together was about to pause, our hearts were filled with so much joy and love for what we had achieved and for what lies ahead together. Thanks so much for watching Sailing Sea Drew McClyde, and bye for now.